So what's up, YouTube? I'm Eb.
I'm Mike.
And I'm back again with another reaction video. And this is his first reaction, so are you ready?
Yeah.
Before we get into it, if you do not want to watch my reaction, the link of this video will be in the description down below. But without further ado, we're about to get into the reaction. I decided to use Divorce Court, Gilbert versus Simmons. And let's get into it, y'all.
Today on Divorce Court.
I'm here today to find out whether or not I should marry Antonio. I was a teen mom. I had my first son at 15 and my second son at 17. I almost married a man who was sent away to prison, and I do not want to make the same mistake twice.
I want Tyler to stop texting her male friends late at night and to treat me like a man, not like a kid.
I want the judge to tell me whether or not I'm making a mistake by walking down the aisle with Antonio.
Yeah, let's see.
Divorce Court is now in session.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here with Tyler Gilbert and Antonio Simmons. The two of you are considering getting
so her
married.
name is Tyler.
You've come here to ask me for my advice.
Antonio,
I find this
yeah, her
my
name is
maternal
Tyler.
role, and I'm especially happy to do it for you, Ms. Gilbert, because
I mean, it can be
I don't
either
think
way.
you have a lot of
Just
stuff
like
to talk
Ryan.
to, and I'm going to talk to you.
Ryan.
Mr. Simmons,
Ryan.
you are 29 years
Not
old.
what it
Ms.
is.
Gilbert, you are 23. You have no children together. You, however, have 2 children from previous relationships.
Yes.
So, Ms. Gilbert, I've gotten your compatibility tests, and I've got your license, and should I find it ill-advised, I will tear it up, as you have given me permission to do. So, Ms. Gilbert, I'm going to start with you. Why don't you tell me a little bit about who you are and how you got to this position?
So I was a teen mom. I had my first son at the age of 15. He really
see her face
motivated
in the
me
background?
to get my life together. I graduated high school early, and I went off to college. I had my second son at the age of 17.
Wow.
At the time, I was in a relationship. Everything was good. He ended up getting sent away to prison. So that took a toll on, future relationships. And, I just want to make sure that I'm making the right decision by walking down the aisle with Antonio.
Are you concerned about the way you pick your guys?
Yeah, in a way, yes, I am.
Do you know if you have a type?
Probably the bad boy.
You have the bad boy type? Does Mr.
Yeah. Like
them
Simmons,
bad
does he fall
boys,
into
them
that
bad
category
boys.
at all?
Somewhat. He has
Somewhat?
the traits.
Okay, Mr.
Yeah.
Simmons, why don't you tell me what your major concerns are about a potential union with Ms. Gilbert?
I love Tyler. She's beautiful. She's intelligent. She's very smart. I just need her to cut all her crap with her male friends, texting and calling
He
her
sounds something.
at 1, 2 o'clock in
Like
the
he
morning.
not all the way
So
here.
she has a bevy of male friends,
Yes, ma'am.
and you find that
Can't be that. I
disconcerting.
just
Do you believe
honestly
at all
think
that she's
she's
cheating
really
on you
slow.
at all, or you just don't like the fact that she's doing that?
I don't like the fact that she's doing that. I've never been in a relationship with a female who had male friends like she does.
Uh-huh.
So it's something new to me.
Right. Are you real close to these guys? And can you imagine if the situation were reversed and he had women friends as close to him as your male friends are to you, that you would feel a little uncomfortable or concerned
This girl
about
in the background.
Yeah, I mean,
situation?
yes, Your Honor. If the roles were switched, I would have a problem with it. But Antonio knew what it was when he walked into the relationship. I told him, from the beginning that, I had these male friends, and he seemed okay with it.
How long did you two date before you moved in together?
I met Tyler in November of last year and moved in February of this year.
Now,
2
Mr.
months?
Simmons, why so quickly? That's 90 days.
When I
2
first met
months.
Tyler, we connected like right away.
Oh, come on now. Listen, people, we connected right away. You could fall in lust with somebody, in a moment's time. In order to live with someone, you really got to know them. You have to understand them. You got to know who they are, what they do, how they respond to different
think
things. You
people
can't just move in
mistaken
because it felt good at the beginning. It
lust.
always feels good
They
at the
mistaken
beginning.
love for lust.
You see what I'm saying?
Oh, I'm in love with her. No,
Ms.
you're
Gilbert,
just in lust.
were you at all
with her.
concerned about jumping into a relationship
Like, yearning
3 months after you meet a
somebody
guy,
sexually.
move him into your home?
Absolutely. But we
don't love her, you
had,
just wanna have sex
starting
with her.
off, our connection was extremely strong. And I was a little skeptical for him to meet my
within
kids.
3
But once
months?
he did finally meet them,
You move in 'cause you
he's amazing
connected,
with them.
y'all
He's really
vibe.
good with them. I do
I don't
fear
understand this
sometimes that,
generation.
you know, sometimes he can act like a third son because, you know, I work all day. I come home, you know, nothing's done. He's wrestling with the kids and, you know, he sometimes acts like my third child. But I mean, at the beginning, like that was one of the things that kind of like.
Does he work?
No, he does not.
So he's home with the kids all day long. Now, are you
Doesn't
home
clean,
playing with the
doesn't work.
kids like they're your homies, or are you actually parenting the children while you're there?
When I'm acting with the kids, we play around a lot. So we just be,
And on the back end, since you're not working right now, are you doing all the things that make her life easier, cooking, cleaning, and taking care of all that business, so when she gets home, she's not burdened with that because she's going to work every day?
I do sometimes,
No.
not all the time.
Okay. So are you working, Mr. Simmons?
No, back in 2015, I got a DUI. So when I got the DUI, I lost my driver's license and I
He
also
sounds like
lost
he's
my
still
job. I was
drunk.
working at the airport as a ramp agent, hauling luggage to
So how long have you been unemployed, all in all?
since October.
Since October of 2015?
Yes, ma'am.
So it's almost October of 2016.
Correct.
What have you done to regain
year
some
without
sort
a
of
job?
employment in that year's
Can you still get
time?
nothing?
Nothing. I just been drawing.
How do
Yeah,
you feel
like-
good about that? You've got a
You just
20,
been
what is it, a
existing. You ain't really
23-year-old
living.
young
You ain't had
lady
a-
with two
it's
kids. You
almost
sitting in her
October
house, not
2016
bringing in
you had
any
a
money,
job.
not cooking any food, not cleaning anything
Mind you, this
up,
video is-
and wrestling with her kids all day. How do you feel
I don't know how
comfortable?
they probably
doing that?
air.
I don't
Months
feel
after
comfortable
they,
doing that.
record
But
the-
like I said,
the
I
video,
get
I
my
don't know.
license back October 20th, so I was just trying to
So this was probably
wait that
recorded
year
in
out so I can
September.
go
So
back
you-
to the
you know,
airport.
where do you live?
Alexandria, Virginia.
They got buses?
Yes.
How come you won't get on one and get a job?
Your Honor, like where we live, like there's a bus every 15 minutes, just so you know.
Now, are you comfortable with what he's doing?
No, I'm not. In fact, like, you know, when I come home after a long day, like it's always, can you take me here? Can you take me there? And like that's like so annoying. Like
Hold up. You don't work. You don't clean. You don't cook. You mess up the house with the kids, and when she gets home, she's your taxi service?
I mean, she's
Boy,
my
you
only
gotta do better.
transportation.
Oh, we need to talk.
One night, Tyler had went to bed early, and she was texting a male friend all day long. And when I went through her phone to pull up the conversation, I seen where she had sent him some pictures of her in her lingerie.
Now, Miss Gilbert, did you do that?
You see her face. Like, get ready to lie. Like, she finna get ready to lie.
Miss Gilbert, you say he's a sex addict.
yes, he is.
Explain that to me.
Okay. Well, we can have sex like 3-4 hours at a time, and then you know afterwards he will go off somewhere, and I go find him. Come to find
Non-stop.
out, like he's watching porn,
How you-
and it's like it's a constant thing. Like you know, we have sex all the time.
Mr. Simmons,
How's you having
is that
sex
accurate?
3-4 hours at a
Yes, I mean,
time?
I'm a man. I love sex. What man doesn't?
That's true.
I mean,
don't
I can
pressure her
understand
to
off
have
and
sex,
on,
you
but
know.
don't
When
at
we
a
do
time
have
means
sex, she could get her and tell me to stop.
I don't know,
And when she
that
tells
just
me to stop,
confused the
that's
hell
when I
out of me.
stop, and I go
You
on.
go finish elsewhere on your own. How often do you guys have sex? Is it an everyday thing?
Yes, and at a time it was like 3-4 times a day. Like,
4 times a day. Okay.
How old are your kids?
I have an
It's
8-year-old
pretty
and a
normal
5-year-old.
for
You
like
have an 8-year-old
a
and a
new relationship.
5-year-old.
Yes.
How do you find time to interact with them?
For me
He seems to
personally,
keep you
like-
very busy. You have to work.
Nah.
You have to chauffeuring them around. You have to have
Yeah,
4
sex is
hours
just
worth
not
of
all
sex
that
a
to
day.
me,
How's your time looking for the little ones?
You know, let's just say I don't get much sleep. Like, you know, whenever I'm awake, the time is dedicated to them and him. And then, you know, they go to bed. They have a bedtime. So,
You seem happy. You seem joyful. I would be annoyed out of my mind. I would be mad all day, every day about what he's not doing, but you seem oddly satisfied with it. Do you think you deserve more than you're getting?
absolutely. Like, I really do. Like, there was this one time that, you know, I was doing laundry, because that's another thing that I always do, laundry. And I found a pair of thongs in our laundry. And they were not mine. They were too small. And I went to him about it, and he denied it. He said that it has to be one of my female friends. Because I don't go out much, you know, my friends come to the house.
to see you.
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Simmons, is that thong story true or?
Yes, it is, Yana. She was doing my laundry one day, and she found a pair of thongs that was in my laundry. She asked me about it, and I told her I didn't know. So we argued about it for a few minutes, and she left it at that.
Well, I understand that since we're talking about underwear, that you have a lingerie concern. She did something and sent it to someone, and you found that grossly inappropriate. Why don't you tell me about that?
Yes, one night Tyler had went to bed early, and she was texting a male friend all day long. So when she went to bed, she left her phone downstairs, so I decided I was gonna go through her phone and see what kind of conversation that her and this male friend was having. And when I went through her phone to pull up the conversation, I seen where she had sent him some pictures of her in her lingerie.
Now, Ms. Gilbert, did you do that?
I did, okay, but there's there's a backstory though. Like, I just wanted to get, because I am very close with this guy friend, so I wanted to get his opinion on it. No, it wasn't the right thing to do, but I really didn't see any harm in it. But then again, he shouldn't have gone through my phone.
What?
There's so many things. I want to
said
take
you
you
shouldn't
home
have
and fix you a meal and sit down and have a long
But you shouldn't
conversation
have
with
said-
you. But what
just
I'm going to
if you
do
were
before
lingerie
we
to
do
another
anything
guy.
else, I want to turn to the compatibility test and ask a couple of questions based on what I saw there, because they have elicited some concerns on my part. Does that change how you feel about that strong connection you thought you had with him?
Absolutely, absolutely. It changes a lot of things. Like, I didn't know anything about that, and like that, like, how can you do that to somebody that you want to love, like that you love and you want to marry, and you know, like, I don't understand that.
We'll see what it is.
Did Tyler and Antonio make a mistake by moving in together so quickly? Tell us what you think at
They should have
Facebook.com.
took more time. They should have took more time to get to know each other
Divorce court
instead
will
of
be
moving
right
in
back.
after 3 months.
If you would like your case to be heard on Divorce Court, call us toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or log on to our website at divorcecourt.com. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Divorce Court. On my compatibility test, I always ask if there is something that you would like to admit or say to your intended that they don't already know. I asked that question to you, and you said, no, nothing. You, on the other hand, said, no, she basically knows all about me. Now, I happen to know that may not be true. Why don't you tell me something that she basically doesn't know that she ought to know?
Okay, Yana. When I met Tyler back in November, we started talking. I cut all ties with my females that I was dealing with. It was this one female that we continuously text back and forth. So one night she texted me, she wanted to come over and talk. So I said, okay. So she came over and we talked, and she ended up staying over and we slept together that night. So with the thongs, that's where the thongs came
That's where the thongs came
Hold up,
from.
but wait a minute. So how are you getting mad at me about my male friends, but you're sleeping with other people? Like, when were you gonna tell me that?
It was one time.
Okay, one time too many.
Are you angry?
Yeah, like, I didn't know that.
Does
And-
that change how you feel about the depth, breadth, and understanding of that strong connection you thought you had with him?
Absolutely, absolutely.
You
It
wait till
changes
you get on
a lot of
divorce
things.
court
Like, I didn't know anything
tell
about
her
that.
about this
And
thong
like
situation.
that, like, how can you do that to somebody that you want to love, like that you love and
Right.
you want to marry, and you know,
He
like,
just said,
I don't
know
understand
where
that.
this came from.
Mr. Simmons, why do you want to marry Miss Gilbert?
I love her. She's beautiful.
N-I-G-G-A's
She's, like I said, she's smart.
S's nowadays.
Obviously not smart enough.
Give me a 30-second sales job. Turn to her, look at her, and tell her why she is so special and wonderful that you
see
want
if
to
you can
spend
do
the
that.
rest of your life with her.
You're beautiful. Like I said, you're smart. You have 2 kids. You're a single mother. And I watch you raise these boys, and I think you do a good job. You're young, and you don't find many young girls your age with the head on the shoulder that you have.
Ms.
not
Gilbert,
buying
do you want to give a 30-second sales job to him?
Honestly, no. I really don't. Like, I'm upset about that whole situation.
Ms. Gilbert,
like,
that is the happiest thing I could have heard from you since I have been
Go
worried,
about your business, girl.
concerned, frightened, and fearful about your state of mind since you came out here. The one thing that you said on your compatibility test that made me really concerned too was that I asked you what's wrong with you and you said nothing.
no, I don't think so.
That's a lack of self-awareness. There's something wrong with everybody. There's something wrong with me, there's something wrong with him. There's a whole lot wrong with him, and there's something wrong with you. And to the extent that you don't understand and are aware of your weaknesses will continue to trip you up. You've been tripped up a couple of times by your weaknesses, and your failure to acknowledge them will not allow you to make better decisions in the future. I'm gonna put that out there.
Tell her, George. It's something wrong with everybody.
What would cause Tyler to end this relationship quickly?
Something wrong
We
with
want to
you.
hear from
Something wrong
you.
with me.
Share your opinion
I'm
on
crazy,
Twitter
is it?
and
Nothing wrong
Instagram
with me. Ain't
at
tell 'em.
Divorce Court. Divorce Court will be right back. You know what the one wonderful thing that you did was, other than the fact that you didn't want to make any mad professions of love to him? You want some money from him.
I sure
And
do.
I want you to tell me what kind of money you want from him and why.
Okay, so this goes along with guy friends. So me and him were in my car one night. We were chilling, you know, it was late, it was the weekend, and I had gotten a text from one of my guy friends. Like, that triggered something off in him. He snatched my phone out of my hand and like took off with it. So like, I followed him around the car. We went around the building, maybe like 30 minutes. We came back around. I noticed, because I had my sunroof open, so I noticed there was smoke coming from my car. So I run over to my car, and like the side of my seat is on fire, which I have the evidence.
Mr. Simmons, what is your version of that event?
I feel like we're both at fault for that, because if she wasn't texting her male friends at 1 and 2 o'clock in the morning, the seat would have never
What
got
she
burnt.
do?
Well, it was your cigarette,
You
right?
worried
It
about
was
her
my
texting her
cigarette.
male
And you
friends,
dropped
but you
it on the
slept
way out, didn't you?
with somebody behind her back, and
Okey-dokey.
then you
And
wait
this
until you
is
get on
the
divorce
burn,
court to let her know.
And it's going to cost $392.50 to fix it, I understand.
Yes, Your Honor.
Let me tell you, my man, you need to get a job. Number one, because you're going to pay her that $392.50. You have no business chasing somebody out the car and being so negligent as to drop your cigarette in that car and light it on fire. This woman has got kids. She's got a job. She's trying to support people. She's supporting you, and you need to take care of your business. You don't need to cause her any more harm than she is. And the other thing I have to say to you is this, Miss Gilbert. There's something missing. You're trying to make yourself feel better by connecting yourself with guys. That's what gets you these kids, pregnant so soon. I don't know what you didn't get in your past. I don't know who didn't love you. I don't know what hole you're trying to fill, but you're not being discerning enough. That first sense of connection that you feel, all that is your hormones talking to his hormones. Your estrogen talking to his testosterone, your oxytocin and his vasopressin. They come up and they talk to each other, but you don't know who he is, what he is, how he lives, who he honors, how he was raised, what he wants to do, his ambitions, what happens when things go bad for him. Is he a go-getter, is he a no-getter? You don't know any of that. So you really didn't have a connection. All you had was a hormonal response. But what I want you to do is when you get home, see, I'm tearing this up now so you don't get confused. There will be no marriage in this matter if you've got any sense. He's using you, and it's not fair. And I'm going to award you $392.50. It is so ordered.
At the decided to come clean today because me and Tyler was thinking about marriage, and I felt like that was something that she needed to know.
You're not supposed to treat them like that. You're not supposed to do those type of things to someone that you claim you want to marry. You don't.
So that's the end of that reaction video. What are you doing, man? So that's the end of that reaction video. I hope you guys enjoyed it just as much as I enjoyed it. So you have any comments?
What is that? It's a dog.
You have any comments about this video or this episode?
To me?
Yeah.
No.
I just feel like how can you get mad at her? Oh, she's been texting dudes and she sent a picture with her in her lingerie to another dude. But that does not compare to you having sex with a female and then she found thongs and you deny it. But then you wait till you come on divorce court to be like, oh, well, I slept with that girl.
So,
Really? And then you have no job. You got a DUI. You sound slow. Like, you just don't have anything going for you right now. And I just feel like, girl, go on about your business. Do you for a while. The right one will come along. Take care of your children. And that's it. I mean, that's that. You feel me?
At least gotta have a job.
Right.
You know?
But if you guys enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, like it, subscribe, comment, do all that good stuff. And I will see you guys for the next video. And don't forget, what's my slogan? Make all your dreams of what?
The reality.
Peace out.